Hello, and welcome back to the original Larry D's Food for Thought. Today we will be, of course, reading out of that old King James Bible as usual. Be reading out of the Old Testament and from the New Testament to the law and to the testimony. Precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. Okay. Also be going over a few scriptures today concerning the title when the Son of Man shall come in his glory. When the Son of Man shall come in his glory. Okay. I am going to share these scriptures with you right quick. You can jot them down if you like. But yeah, tell you people, the Lord is, hey, he's on his way. It won't be long now. But the thing of it is, a lot of people say that, hey, well, I sure be glad when the Lord come. Will you? Tell you something, the Lord had it written. That's a day that you should not be wishing upon because it's not going to be a glory. It's not going to be a great day. Okay. I'm telling you, it's going to be a terrible day. All right. The Lord ain't coming back down here patting people on the back and saying, oh, well done, you good and faithful servant to everybody. Okay. Before he even come, he gonna send some stuff upon this earth. We talking about that 3.5 years of great tribulation. Yeah, the Lord gonna let this man of sin have his way for 3.5 years, and it's gonna be nothing nice. But when the Son of Man come and his glory, he gonna be wreaking some havoc on this earth as well. Okay, so you might want to think twice before you say you be glad when the Lord come. Okay, because now he can come for you any day. People say, well, Lord come any day. No, certain things must happen, right? But like I said, he can come for you. All right, and you send that death angel, ain't nothing nobody can do for you. Okay, but in any case, we're gonna take a look at some of the things gonna happen when the Son of Man do come in his glory. And we talking about God, even Jesus. Okay, so now I'm gonna stop sharing these. And we're gonna go over these scriptures, man, and see if we can get a little bit of understanding because people make a lot of statements, man. They just making them with no knowledge. And that's why I tell you, you hear me say all the time, you need to sit down and read this book. Okay. Well, this is indeed our roadmap to salvation. And that's another thing. People always talk about, well, I'm saved, I'm sanctified, I'm Holy Ghost filled. Right. Half of you don't even know what the Holy Ghost is if you're full of it. What is it? But you're saying you're saved now. It's too easy to fall off the wagon. So look, the Lord, he had it written. Matthew 24:13. He who endureth until the end, the same shall be saved. Okay, so don't run around talking about you saved now. You better do the best you can and do all you can to try and be saved when the Lord get here. Okay. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started with these scriptures here. Let's see, we're gonna start this in Matthew. Excuse me. Matthew's the 25th chapter. And we're gonna take a look at this. And let's see what we got here. We're gonna start Matthew 25. And I'm gonna read one verse right here, verse 31. And it reads, and this is in red right here. This is Jesus talking himself right here. Look, he said, when the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. Okay, now where is his throne gonna be? If you listen in the past, we know that his throne is gonna be in Jerusalem, which is David's throne. Okay, now we know he's gonna do that. We know he's gonna be here on this earth, but he ain't coming down here to rapture nobody up off this earth and take them back to heaven and drop them off and then come back and fight the war of Armageddon. No. Shoot, when the Lord make his descent from heaven, man, he coming down, he gonna stop in midair in the clouds, in the sky, in the air. And those be so blessed, gonna meet him in the air. And say, and in his quote, I quote, and so shall we ever be with the Lord, right? But is he gonna take us to heaven? Or is he gonna bring us back down here on this earth from the air? Let's take a look and see. Take a quick look at it. Also. When the Lord Son of Man come in his glory, man, a lot of people got this thing so messed up, man. They've been listening to those Sunday so-called pastors all their life, man. They done branded that stuff in their brain. They're like the Lord had it written. It said your mind has been seared with a hot iron. You know, you take a branding iron and brand your cattle. That's what your mind is. Been telling you, oh, we're going to heaven. When we get to heaven, you get to heaven, you be good, you get to heaven. Right. You got that stuff in your mind, man. I don't know if you take the sharpest razor blade on the planet and cut it up out of there. But one thing about it, this word right here, this book, this Holy Bible, that word is sharper than a two-edged sword. It'll cut it out. Okay, if you sit down and read it and believe it, okay, and stop listening to those cats telling you what they think. All right. But let's go here. Let's go to Zechariah, excuse me, Zechariah right quick. I'm gonna show you. We're gonna find out what these saints gonna be if you be so blessed to meet the Lord in the air when he come. Okay. Now, this is Zechariah 14. I'll start reading at verse 1. And it reads, look, behold, the day of the Lord cometh. That's when the Lord coming. Okay. And thy spoil shall be divided in the midst of thee, for I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle. Know where the nations at? Right here on this earth. Okay. Look, gonna say he gonna get them the battle against Jerusalem. Let's see what we got here. Verse and and the city shall be taken, and the houses rifled, and the women ravished, and half of the city shall go forth into captivity, and the residue of the people shall not be cut off from the city. Verse 3. Then shall the Lord go forth and fight against those nations as when he fought in the day of battle. Okay, that was back when he fought for Israel, come up out of Egypt. Okay, but hey, when you say the Lord coming back here doing some fighting, people, why? Because he's angry. We're gonna show you that. All this stuff going on this earth, man just done messed it up. But I'm gonna tell you something. Just like the lake of fire was created for Satan and his minion, but I tell you what, man done messed up so bad, he going in it too. Okay, but look here, let's see. Verse 4. And his feet shall stand in that day upon the Mount of Olives, which is before Jerusalem on the east. What? You mean the Lord's feet gonna stand when he leave heaven and he make his descent? He coming down here, gonna stop in midair, and those be so blessed to meet him in the air, and he coming back down here on the Mount of Olives. Let's finish it up. Look at here. And which is before Jerusalem on the east, and the Mount of Olives shall cleave in the midst thereof towards the east and towards the west, and there shall be a very great valley, and half of the mountain shall remove towards the north, and half of it towards the south, and ye shall flee to the valley of the mountain, for the valley of the mountain shall reach unto Azel. Yeah, ye shall flee like as ye fled before the earthquake in the days of Uzziah king of Judah. And the Lord my God shall come and and all the saints with thee. So you be so blessed. Be one of them saints to meet the Lord in the air. You're coming right back down here on this earth. You ain't going to heaven. Can't go there. The Lord has it written. He shows you. But these cats keep telling you that. You want to believe it. But that's your own thing. Verse 6, look. And it shall come to pass in that day, look, that the light shall not be clear nor dark. But it shall be one day which shall be known to the Lord, not day nor night. But it shall come to pass that at evening time it shall be light. Whoa. I'm trying to figure out what that day gonna look like. But I tell you what, it ain't gonna be that nice, I can tell you that. Okay. But let's go a little further here. Let's turn right over here to Amos. Let's go to Amos, the fifth chapter. Amos 5, I'm going to start reading at verse 18. Listen. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. I told you. See that? Don't be worship up on that day when the Lord come. Oh, I'll be so glad when the Lord get here. Listen to this now. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? What's in it for you? Okay, the day of the Lord is darkness and not light. Hmm. As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him. Whoa, trying to get away from a lion and a bear meet him. Look. or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall. Oh man, I made it. Look, and a serpent bit him. You ain't getting away. You're not getting away. Man, I tell you what. But look, verse 20. Shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark, and no brightness in it? When the Son of Man come in his glory, you see what this day gonna look like. He's gonna show you what that glory is. Okay? But let's turn right over here to Joel right quick. Going to Joel 2. And I'm gonna start reading that verse. Let's see here. Joel 2. I'll start reading that verse 1, and read, look, blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain, that all the inhabitants of the earth tremble. Mm. For the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand. He had Joel to write this way back then. So how close you think we are now? It is very at hand. Okay, look, verse 2. A day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness. Woo, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong. There has not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. There ain't been a day like that before. There ain't gonna never be one like it again, buddy. I'll tell you, this gonna be one terrible day. Okay. Now, let's see. Verse 10. Look, the earth shall quake before them, the heavens shall tremble. The sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall not shall withdraw their shining. They're gonna fall to the earth. Man, you can read in other places where he tell you that. Look, verse 11. Let me see. Yeah, verse 11. And the Lord shall utter his voice before his army, for his camp is very great, for he is strong that executeth his word. For the day of the Lord is great and very terrible. Ooh, and who can abide it? Wow. When the Son of Man come in his glory, it's gonna be one glorious day. I'm telling you. Okay. Excuse me. Go take a look at this glory he talking about here. But buddy, I'm gonna tell you something. But look, I'm gonna tell you, it's hope. And I'm gonna say there's hope. Because there's a way of escaping. There's a way to escape this. But you just got to know when and where to go. Okay, when to go, where to go. That's why you got to read this book and get some knowledge so you can escape this, man. Because I'll tell you, it's going to be a day that you just don't want to deal with. All right, but you can be protected from it. But we're going to show you that in a minute. But right now, though, I want to show you this. This is Isaiah 66, and start reading at verse 15. This is future right here. Pay attention to it. All right. For behold, the Lord will come with fire. This is when the Lord come, okay? Look, because he said he came last. Well, he destroyed this earth last time by water. He's going to do it by fire next time, right? What do you say here? Lord come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind to render his anger. Whoa. Render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. You think the Lord ain't sitting in heaven mad? He's angry, people. All this mess going on down here. You look around you. You see what's happening. Look, verse 16. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. Told you he ain't coming back here rubbing nobody on the back or patting nobody on the head. He coming back here doing some killing. Okay? Because, man, this man done messed up so bad. Whoo, boy. I tell you something, man. You look around, man, all you see is scamming all the time. People lying to one another all the time. Even the higher ups, man, they crooked. You think the Lord ain't got something for him? Man, you read it, cat's gonna be hiding. They're gonna be so scared, man, they're gonna be hiding in them dens and the rocks, and that's gonna fall on them to hide them from the wrath of the Lamb. Man, but it'd be too late. Okay, but verse 17, look, they that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the garden behind one tree in the midst. What tree they hiding behind? Oh, Satan the devil, because they done did all that devilment, and you hide behind this cat. But look, eating swine's flesh and the abomination. Oh, What these cats telling you? Oh, you can eat anything you want to. All you got to do is pray over it. What the Lord say right here? He said, them people still eating that swine flesh and abomination, and the mouth shall be consumed together, said the Lord. Ooh, you see that? What is consumed together? He gonna take you out. Okay. So you better go read 11. What is it? Shoot. Exodus. Yeah, it was Exodus. Let me make sure here. Let me see. Exodus, Leviticus. Yeah. You know what? Hold on a second. I want to make sure I get this right. I think it's I want to say it's Leviticus the 11th chapter. Let me make sure here. Uh yeah, Leviticus the 11th chapter. Go and read that. And you better, hey, it behoove you to read it and do what it say. The Lord told you what you should eat and what you should eat, what's clean to you and unclean. But this is future right here. Don't keep listening to them cats telling you you can just pray over and eat anything. Oh, don't do it. Get yourself in a bind. Okay. But let's verse 18. Look, for I know that works. Lord, know what you're doing. Look, and have thoughts. He can look right in that great big old brain of yours. He can read what you're thinking. Okay, he said it. He said it. You best better believe it. He said, I know their thoughts. I know their thoughts. Okay. It shall come that I will gather all nations and tongues, and they shall come and see my glory. Told you. Yes. Glory, Lord, talking about right here. Okay. And it's going to be a day, boy, like it ain't never been before. Excuse me, but let's go over here. Let's go to Micah right quick. I want to show you this right quick here. I know I'm kind of stretching it out, but I want you to get this, man. I'm trying to get that feeling still in you, man. The Lord told you about to fear him. I learn to fear this God, man. Get on his good side. Because when he come in his glory, he ain't gonna be playing no game with you people. Okay, you should better do is start getting it right now. Okay, because you don't mess around and be too late for you. All right. But this is Micah 5. Let me see. Micah 5, isn't it? Micah the fifth chapter. And I'm gonna start reading at let's see here. I got this right here. Got this. Let me see. Micah, fifth chapter. And I'm start reading at verse 9. And it reads, look. Thine hand shall be lifted up upon thine adversaries, and all thine enemies shall be cut off. All right. Excuse me. And verse 10. And it shall come to pass in that day, shall, saith the Lord, that I will cut off thy horses out of the midst of thee. I will destroy thy chariots, and I will cut off the cities of thy land, and throw down all thy strongholds. And I will cut off witchcraft out of thine hand, and thou shalt have no more soothsayers. Okay, taking them all out. All right. Thy graven images also will I cut off, and thy standing images out of the midst of thee, and thou shalt no more worship the works of thine hand. Look, 14. And I will pluck up thy groves out of the midst of thee, so will I destroy thy cities. See that? And I will execute vengeance in anger and fury upon the heathen upon the nations, okay, such as they have not heard. What? Lord, he gonna execute some serious vengeance out of his anger. Okay? Mm-mm-mm. Think about that, man. You don't want to be on the Lord's bad side when he get here. Come out, I sure be glad when the Lord come. You better be right. You better be right when he come. Telling you. Let's go over here to Proverbs right quick. I only got a few, one, two, three, four more places. I want to try and hit them up. I know I'm kind of dragging it out a little bit, but I want you to see this, people, because man, when the Son of Man comes in his glory, it is going to be a terrible day. Let's go to Proverbs 1 quick. All right. Let's see. Get over here right quick here. This is Proverbs 1, and I'm going to start reading. Let's see here now. Proverbs Oh man, you know what? I'm over here now. I'm trying to speed this thing up and I'm in the wrong place. I'm over in Psalms, trying to get to one, Proverbs 1. Okay, Proverbs 1, and I'm start reading at verse 5. I told you there's a way to escape this thing, right? Well, let's take a look at this here. All right, this is Proverbs 1, verse 5, and it reads, A wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsel. Okay, that's just wisdom coming from the Lord right here out of this book. Okay, to understand a proverb and the interpretation, the words of the wise and their dark sayings. Okay, verse 7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instructions. Okay, I'm telling you what you need to do, but you want to be unwise or be a fool and not take heed to instructions? Hmm. Verse 22, look. How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Okay? Turn you at my reproof, the Lord said. Look, behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. Okay? So you cry, Lord, had it written. If you cried unto me, I will show you great and mighty things that you know not. Okay? So now, you learn what it is the Lord wants you to know, and do it, because He's trying to save you. He would that none should perish, but all would come to repentance and be saved. Okay, be saved. Okay, at the end. But let's see, verse. Hello. Did I get that? Did I finish that? I did. I finished that. Okay. Now let's go right over here to Proverbs, the third chapter. Proverbs 3, and I'm going to start reading in verse 1. Now listen, okay? My son, forget not my law, but let your mind keep my commandments. All right. For length of days and long life and peace shall they add to thee. Let not mercy and truth forsake thee. Bind them about thy neck, write them upon the table of thine heart, of your mind. All right. So shalt thou find favor and good understanding in the sight of God and man. Okay. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. Okay. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your path. He shall direct thy path. All right. Be not wise in thine own eyes. Fear the Lord and depart from evil. Okay. Do those things. You keep those commandments. Learn the fear of the Lord, man, and walk uprightly before him and start doing it now. Okay. So when his wrath come, he'll protect you. Okay? But if you don't, you saw what we done read. The slain of the Lord's gonna be many. All right. But let's go here. Got a couple more places here. Well, I'm taking a little long this time, but you need to hear this. All right, this is Revelations. Let's see. Revelation 16, and I want to read one verse right here. Revelation 16 and verse 15. And this is in red right here. This is Jesus speaking himself. Look at this. And it reads, Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watches and keepeth his garments, lest though he walk naked and they see his shame. Okay, what are you talking about here? Walking naked and with no knowledge. Gotta read this book, get some knowledge. You won't be ashamed, okay, if you don't. Okay, but let's go to this last place right quick. This is Matthew's, but yeah, you don't want to get caught naked, people. You want to get some knowledge, okay? Going to Matthew's 20, back to Matthew's 25. Got one verse right there. Matthew's 25, and let's see here. I'm gonna read one verse, verse 13. Look, this is in red too. This is Jesus speaking himself. All right, verse Matthew 25 and 13, and it reads, Watch therefore. We just read. Okay, over in Revelation about watching. Look, watch therefore, for ye know neither the day nor the hour wherein the Son of Man cometh. We don't know that. We know it's soon, But we don't know the day. We don't know the hour. Only somebody that know is Jesus. I mean, we talking about the Father himself. Is the only one to know. All right. So that's why you got to watch. Be prepared. Okay. Because if the watchman man was smart, he would have watched in the night and the man wouldn't have come in and stole his goods. Okay. But hey, be watchful. Read this book. Know what it is the Lord wants you to know. Get that knowledge, man. And when the time comes, hey, it'll be all right. All right? Because you don't want to get caught up in this thing. Because that's going to be one terrible day when the Son of Man come in his glory. Okay? So with that food for thought, those scriptures, think on those scriptures and words throughout the course of the day. And until next time, peace.